E-mini playbook, August 29th. Getting into today's activity. Starting off where we start is the daily chart. Seeing that we are coming off of a very strong downward trend, we adjust our trading style to accommodate the downward trend. However, the benefit of supply and demand zones is that it allows us to see previous price activity. So if we isolate this zone here, which goes back to activity that occurred in the middle of June, we see that when we touch this zone, we do get a reaction. And so that gives us a bit of a pause in the downward trend that we have been on. Again, these dots represent a day's worth of activity and the candle for the day. If it presents upward activity, it will print green. Neutral activity will print white, and downward activity will print red. So for the last 26 days, we have been in a downward trend, which is good to observe. However, the question with every trend is that we want to identify whether the trend is going to continue, whether it's going to pause, or whether it's going to reverse. Those are our market moves that we want to pay attention to. So the question of the day was, what was going to occur? To answer the question on the intraday, we rely on our intraday tools, primarily the advanced decline line and the NYSE tick. So the answer came in the form of the advanced decline line. Again, any news broadcast, any station that is given a quick summary of the day's activity in the stock markets or any other markets, they focus on the advanced decline line. We want to know how many stocks are increasing compared to how many stocks are decreasing. So if we focus on what's happening today from the market open at 9:30, the advanced decline line stays completely above zero, and we can see it slowly trickling up. This gives us a good indication that the market will not likely continue this downward trend. The circumstances that we need for trend continuation is that the advanced decline line would be on the downside, which would mean that there are more stocks declining than increasing. So we saw the opposite of that today, which led to a pretty significant move upwards on the E-mini chart. And from the market open, it took off to the upside and did not slow down. The benefit of the intraday tools that we look at is that we are able to see the circumstances at work as they are playing out. Again, the first question is always going to start with the daily, but then the second question is whether or not the intraday is going to continue with what the daily is doing. And in today's case, we see that it did not. We had an actual upward day, which is very rare to see during a strong downward trend, which we are in. However, our trading style and our trading methodology gives us the flexibility to adjust, and not to adjust in a random sense, but to adjust based on probabilities. If the advanced decline line is pointing up, the probability of the market going down is very low. Again, never guaranteed, but the probability is in our favor if we are at the very least staying neutral and expecting sideways activity, but ideally looking for upward activity that's consistent with the advanced decline line. With this type of activity on the advanced decline line, again, we're starting at zero and then we're slowly trickling up, and we did not look back, and we ended the day plus 1800, which is a very high point to be at on the advanced decline line. So looking at that, that's giving us the probability of who's in control, the basic question of the intraday game that's being played is in favor of the bulls on a day like today when we are seeing such dominant activity on the advanced decline line. We can map out many days when the advanced decline line is not as dominant. So like yesterday was more of an up and down day. You had the bulls in control in the morning, and then you had a slow trickling out, and then the bears took back over control, and it came back down. But today was different. Today it was all bulls, all bull, all bull. So this is an excellent opportunity when we see this trickle up. And again, it lasts from 9:30 all the way up until 12, and then it continues throughout the afternoon. So when we see that type of activity, we are strictly looking for places to go long. And whatever the trading methodology is that you prefer, one of the biggest mistakes that new traders will make is that they will take the same trade setup no matter what the market is doing, no matter what the daily is doing, and no matter what the intraday tools are doing. So on a day like that, on a day like this, I should say, the trade setups that may have indicated that there would be a downward move, those were not the trade setups that you would want to take. You want to stay away from short trades if the advanced decline line is as dominant as it was today. So we're looking at our trading algorithms, and again, this algorithm basically prints dots when there's an increase in volume. And an increase in volume, again, when we follow the volume that we go over in our playbook, volume is always an indication of someone putting on the gas, which gives us the indication that the market is going to continue in the direction that it's going in. So volume equals gas in a nutshell. So when we get these dots being painted, these are volume surges. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 this morning or before 10:30 pushing us up. We got a big volume surge right here. And again, if you're only looking at this and then you see this volume surge, you can have a very strong level of confidence that the market is going to continue in the direction that it's going in, and that the volume is supporting that direction. Again, volume price analysis lets us know that in order for the market to continue in a direction, volume is absolutely necessary. If volume is increasing and the price is increasing, we can expect it to continue. If the price is increasing and we're not getting volume, that's when it becomes suspect and we might want to slow down. But today was the type of day where the volume was in our favor, the advanced decline line was in our favor, and it led to very good upside opportunities. Again, hope everyone traded well. We go into more details in our E-mini playbook program. Hope everyone is taking advantage of these moves. They are rare in these summer trading months, but if you did, congratulations. Have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to our next session.